Hi, this is Maggie at Full Metal Rock, and brace yourselves because today we're talking with Orlando rock band Alter Bridge's frontman, guitar virtuoso, and vocal acrobat, Myles motherfucking Kennedy. Hello, Myles.
Wow. Hi, that's pretty... I can't live up to any of that.
I'm physically bowing, by the way. I know you can't see it, but I've got my arms out, and I'm like bowing to you. So...
oh, you are too kind. I'm blushing.
Myles, I'm so excited to talk to you because so much has been going on with Alter Bridge. Firstly, I want to just mention the recent, very successful UK and European tour that you had. There was obviously a hell of a lot of work that went into that. And I wanted your reaction to how that tour went.
We were really blown away with the response. You know, we were stepping into some bigger venues. You know, one of which was the O2 in London, which was, you know, it's basically equivalent of their Madison Square Garden. And so, though we were very excited of the prospect of getting to play such a prestigious venue, when the reality sets in that you actually have to deliver, not just musically, but from a production standpoint, you know, just to make sure that you can keep all of those people entertained sonically and visually. So it was definitely a different element for us. And so we spent quite a bit of time planning and trying to prepare for all of that. But it was, overall, everything was really wonderful. I mean, it was really, I think for Alter Bridge, probably my favorite tour thus far. And look back with a lot of very fond memories.
Well, I know the fan reaction was, you know, they were blown away themselves. The difference between the Fortress tour, which they obviously loved, but it's like you ramped everything up, you know, to huge levels.
Yeah.
To deliver this.
Yeah, we try, you know, that's good to hear. That's good to hear because we certainly were. It was something we were very aware of and wanted people to feel that way. So that's great. That's wonderful.
Are there any particular moments that stand out to you from the tour? I mean, I can think of a couple, but I just wanted to know if there was anything that stuck in your mind as far as memorable moments.
You know, as far as memorable moments goes, There's so many, but I would definitely say that O2 experience because of the weight of it, and I think that there was a lot of there was a lot of maybe internally imposed pressure, but there's one moment where right before we took the stage, I remember just deciding, you know what, I'm just going to have fun with this, and I looked at Flip, our drummer, and he said, just have a good time, man. It was just one of those moments that just kind of set the tone for the rest of the evening. And I just started goofing off and doing karate kicks and being the goofball that I am. So I think that was a special moment in realizing that, you know, we're here, we're going to do this, let's just enjoy it and not let the nerves get in the way of a good time for everybody. So that was great.
Yeah, I mean, from the fans that I spoke to, you know, their reactions were so diverse in how much they appreciated what you guys do for them. Anything from, you know, hearing that a fan has lost a loved one and, you know, taking the time to dedicate a song to them, to your reaction to the pug birthday display in LED lights and being sung to by, you know, a bunch of fans in Happy Birthday Myles t-shirts, and the rubber duck incident has to be mentioned because that was just that was hilarious. And you know, someone catching a pick in their beer, just all these little moments that you know, to those people individually, there's nothing that can compare to how they feel. So the fans really appreciate that you do all the things you do for them. And you had a dream lineup. I mean, Like a Storm, Volbeat, Gojira. It was incredible. And there were so many people that came, for example, for Volbeat, who had never seen Alter Bridge, and Alter Bridge fans who'd never seen Volbeat, and same with Gojira and Like a Storm. And it was just a real exciting tour lineup.
Yeah, we were really happy to have the opportunity to play with those guys, and I think for me, I kind of had to change my warm-up routine, because normally I'm warming up on guitar and vocals, right to the performance for at least an hour and a half. And knowing that these bands were playing before us, I really wanted, just as a fan, I wanted to, I definitely wanted to go out and see as many of the shows as I could, because they're so inspiring to me, standing there side stage and watching Mario, bash on the drums.
Oh my gosh.
And, from Gojira and actually one moment that really stuck with me, speaking of Gojira, was really just, it shows, this is why I love that band so much, because not only do they make the most ferocious music on the planet, but they seriously are the nicest people. And I remember standing side stage with my wife, and I forget where we were, and they're in the middle of a song, and Joe runs over to me, jumps off the stage, or not off the stage, but goes over to kind of the guitar tech area, and gives me this big hug, and says, thank you for having us out. We were having such a great time. And I'm just like, who does that? He's such a sweetheart, I'm so happy to see all of the incredible accolades they've gotten off of Magma, and they deserve every bit of it. I hope they just kill it at the Grammys. Those guys deserve it all, because they've been plugging it out for 20 years.
I personally had never seen them live before this tour, and after the first gig, I went straight out and bought Magma. So yeah, they had a huge impact on me. I know you're saying they're the nicest guys, but Evil Mario is not the nicest guy. That was the most hilarious. That was the most hilarious set of videos I think I've ever seen in my life. I agree.
They're brilliant. They're genius, and I was so happy when he said that he was going to, he offered to kill me. I was like, absolutely, I would be honored to be killed by you, Marion. So.
I mean, I can't imagine what it was like to watch them being made. I mean, that must have been even more hilarious than the actual end product.
Hilarious, but it also it kind of highlights the way they work. It was really fun watching them put it together, because it's very fast, and Joe was also involved, and the way they were both kind of directing it, and would have all these ideas, and just would move very quickly and keep it very fun and spontaneous. I think that was a glimpse into how they make their music as well, if I'm not mistaken. And those two are very, very, very creative and very special people. And not just with that, they do their own, all this artwork, and Mario does these drum heads where he paints on and then sells. They're like Renaissance men. They're incredible.
Yeah, they are incredible. I understand that some of the UK gigs were recorded, the audio was recorded. Are there any plans for what's going to be done with that? Do you know?
Yeah, we're hoping to put out a live record. I'm not sure when, but we just wanted to make sure we captured some of those shows, because we thought that would be a good thing for something like that in the future.
Yeah, that sounds really exciting. I'm looking forward to that. Now, as amazing as the tour was, you've got something quite extraordinary coming up in just a few days. Alter Bridge's first time on Shiprock. And that's got to be...
Correct.
I hope you have your boat shoes and your suntan lotion.
Suntan lotion. I'm going to need SPF 100, because I am a pale man. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. I've never done anything like that before. It's definitely my maiden voyage, no pun intended. But yeah, I've heard it's a rock and roll party, and we've got some bands on there who are friends, and so that should be good. They get to hang out with them as well.
It's basically like a weekend rock festival on a ship, and
right.
You've got fans flying in from all over the world. I believe that it sold out in record time, and I'm sure Alter Bridge had something to do with that. And you're playing twice on board. You're playing twice on board.
Yeah, we're excited.
And you've got, like you said, you've got your friends, you've got your Seven Dust friends, your Wilson friends, you've got Man the Mighty playing, just a phenomenal lineup. And it's no wonder it sold out so quickly. Have you been given any kind of heads up on really what to expect on board? Like really what to expect?
Not really. I don't have any clue. You know, it's like I'm trying to like paint a picture in my head of what it could be like, but I've never done anything like this. So I think I'm just planning to be surprised at every turn.
Just picture Download Festival or Rock on the Range on a boat, and add some Swedish fans known as the Swedes, who are infamous on board, and just a whole lot of shenanigans and fun, and just it's one of the most crazy yet amazing experiences I've ever done in my life. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on board. I know that
awesome.
I know
very
that,
cool.
Yeah, I know that you played some acoustic stuff in the run up to the start of the Last Hero tour, and I was fortunate enough to get to see Show Me a Leader played acoustically. Do you think that might be introduced into a set somewhere at some point, or was it just saved for those special?
Yeah, I don't, probably not anytime soon. I think just because we're still leaning on the electric arrangement for the time being. People are familiar with it, but you know, the fun thing about taking songs and rearranging them in an acoustic environment is it really, I think, just brings out just a completely different side to the song. And I think it highlights melodies a little more, and so I enjoy it as a singer. Singers generally enjoy the acoustic side of things.
It helps you look.
I think for the time being, sorry?
No, go on. Sorry.
But I think for the time being, we'll probably just stick to the close to the record arrangement.
Yeah, I think from a fan perspective, you look at a song in a different way when you hear it acoustically. It changes the whole tone, no pun intended, but it changes the whole the feel of the song. Now, you aren't wasting any time, because as soon as you disembark off Shiprock, you're heading to Alabama to kick off the North American tour. And then I think you've got a total of 20 dates. Your fans have been chomping at the bit for this since the listening party. So what can they expect from this tour?
Well, I think one of the things that we started to incorporate more since we started this album cycle was to be aware of how many songs we're playing from each record. We've been at this for 14 years now. 14, 12, 14, I don't know. It's a long time.
I think it's 13, but we're not counting, are we?
Yeah, 13. Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think it is 13, actually. I did an interview earlier today, and they brought up 14, and so I've been saying 14 for the entire day, but I've been wrong. Kind of like I'm gonna start doing about my age soon. I'll just subtracting years.
Oh, honey, you don't have to tell me about that, because I'm right there with you.
It's funny. It's just, it's life. What do you do? But yeah, I think we have enough material and enough of a catalog to where, in the past we would tend to be very Blackbird heavy. There'd be a lot of songs off of Blackbird. And so we're trying to be more aware of mixing it up more and having a little more balance, from each record, and while doing a fair amount off the new album. I mean, I think on the European tour, we were doing between 5 to 7 a night off of the Last Hero. So hopefully we'll continue on with that.
Well, The Last Hero, which is your 5th studio album, has received such a tremendous response from both the critics and the fans. Your growth from album to album has always been impressive, but the leap from Fortress to The Last Hero, the technicality, the change in tunings, the rhythms, everything, it's just been like an exponential jump. And I want to congratulate you for that, because you really have a lot to be proud of.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's very nice. After the North American tour, I have to mention you're going to Australia for 5 dates, which the Australian fans are over the moon about, before you start hitting festivals both in the U.S. and Europe. Do you have any plans for further touring after the festivals? Yeah, we're trying to put that together right now and figure out which parts of the world that will entail. But yeah, we're definitely going to utilize as much of 2017 as we can and just hit it hard.
Well, yeah, you've been doing that already, and you've got a lot more to come, and I know the fans appreciate it. I appreciate your time today, Myles. I have to say that tickets for the Last Hero North American dates and elsewhere are on sale now, including meet and greet packages, and that's available at alterbridge.com, and we will list all the dates and the links for that. And there's the artist sessions with Mark that are on sale on Fret 12. And of course, Last Hero is available to buy both physically and digitally everywhere. On a side note, if I may, your solo album, I understand that it's recorded. Is that true? Is it finished? Is there plans to?
It is. It is done. But the funny, this just highlights my restlessness, I guess. But I since I've been home for the holidays, I started a second solo record.
No, you haven't.
Yeah.
Have you really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what else is there to do? I'm not.
It's not a Christmas album, though, is it?
Watch TV. No, it's not. It's been fun.
Although
I've just been sitting here writing.
That wouldn't be a bad thing. Myles Kennedy sings the Christmas classics. I'm kidding.
Oh, there you go.
I'm
Maybe put a little Elvis in there. But yeah, so there is a record done, and there's another one being worked on, and we'll just see what ends up being released and what the schedule allows.
Well, we look forward to hearing the information on that. Thanks for talking to us at Full Metal Rock today, Myles. Really appreciate it, and best of luck and safe travels on the rest of the tour.
Much appreciated, Maggie. You take care of yourself.
You too.